Good evening, all you long distance motorcycle riders. It's Roadhogger here. It's Thursday, July 11th. I'm in Oklahoma City now. It was a pretty good ride today. Kind of hot. Or kind of real hot. A different hot than a Florida hot because in Florida you got that humidity, so you had this heat index thing, like a spread of like maybe could be 10 degrees or something. But when you get into this kind of dry heat type of thing, there isn't that much of a split. So it was like 94, and then the real feel was like 98 or something like that. But it was doable. I got a late start out of Arkansas this morning in the Fort Smith area, and it was like 200 and some odd miles to get here. It said like 3 hours, but you know what? It's uh, one of my Bunker Biker hosts said, the one in Memphis, Gene. He said realistically, it's going to be 2 hours for every 100 miles. You know, if you're on a bike, and you know what? That's been pretty true. I mean, I was always doing the whatever Google says, just add 30%, and that's pretty close to. But realistically, the way this trip's been running, it's been about 100 miles is about 2 hours because you 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 got the stops for fuel and water and all that. It just bites into it, and especially if you're like start sightseeing and all. So, but the trip across was uneventful. There was no accidents or anything that would delay me, so I was just blowing through. Um, I got delayed for probably about 45 minutes at the Oklahoma Rest Area Visitor Center because they had a really nice Oklahoma display. So I stopped and did a little video with me singing Oklahoma, and took some pictures. And oh, the Visitor Center actually had a whole bunch of memorabilia and stuff, and they had a Oklahoma shot glass. So that was my first shot glass that I've purchased on this trip, and so I got I tried to reach out to two BAB hosts that were here, one in Norman, one in Oklahoma City, and I didn't get a reply back. But realistically, there's no guarantee that the host is going to be available. I mean, they have lives, they have family, they have schedules of work, blah blah blah. So, you know, if they can, it's great. But if they can't, that's just the way it goes. Um, so I ended up going to this place called Spirals Hot Dogs and More. I saw them like online. The a guy stopped in there, and the owner was like wistfully looking out the window, looking for some customers to show up because the place was kind of dead. And after he posted it, it went viral, and people started coming there. People coming from all around the country, and it was almost like one of those Guy Fieri diners, drives, and dives thing. Where you see something and then people start showing up. But I got there at like about 3 in the afternoon, and there was like nobody there. I missed the lunch crowd, which I guess is okay. And it's kind of it's in a strip mall with like a Big Lots and an exercise place, not a Planet Fitness, but an exercise place, a nail salon, bait. There's a bait shop thing, a fishing thing, and so I go in there, and they go, "Oh, where are you coming from?" I go, "Oh, St. Augustine, Florida." They were like, "Wow, really?" And I go, "Is the owner here?" And they go, "Oh, he left a little while ago. We're not sure if he's coming back or not." So I ended up ordering one of their hot dogs, and their spiral fries. They're not like spiral cut fries. They're like, I don't know how they cut them, but they are spiral, but they're like a spiraled steak fry. And they were pretty darn good too. So while I was there, I guess they called the owner. He was washing his car. And he ended up coming over, and we got a picture together and stuff. And they have a map there they put with stickers, little star stickers that you can put for where you live. And also, I'm the first St. Augustine sticker that's there, and I signed his logbook too. So, but while I was there, I didn't have any place to stay, so I'm looking for a hotel. And oh my, there's plenty of as low as $56. You know what? A KOA is 40, but if you get a hotel for 56, you know what you're going to get, right? So I'm looking on Expedia and Hotel Tonight and all that, and it's like I'm seeing what's available around that they because especially Hotel Tonight, they're the ones that get up rooms that haven't sold through Booking, Kayak, Expedia, and then they resell them and stuff. But I saw that there was some Best Western pretty close. So uh, I actually have signed up for a rewards program through like Wyndham and Hilton and hosp- uh, other other hotels, but Best Western too. But I've used Best Western. I used them when I was up in Tennessee and stuff. But I'm actually a gold member now. I got like 7,000 points, and so I found this place, Green Tree, that's in Oklahoma City, and it's pretty close to 40. So it's a good jumping off place for tomorrow when I start doing the Route 66. But they gave me a king suite for $82, and I mean it's got this whole separate sofa. I don't know if you can see it's the sofa thing, and then the bed over here, big king size bed, and I mean it's pretty nice. I'm not used to having this kind of much of room, you know. I mean, so it's nice. And then for supper, I went to this place down just down. I could actually have walked there. I didn't know it was that close, but called American Grill or Pickles, and it's a Hispanic place. But when I saw it, when I Googled restaurants near me, this place came up, and they actually had pictures of the menu, and they had a senior menu. So I said, "Oh, I've been traveling. I'm hot. I'm not really that hungry. I had that hot dog at 3 o'clock, you know." So I said, "I'll go there. I get the senior one because you know smaller portions and all that." So I had this waitress, a little Hispanic girl name's Brie, like the cheese, and I seen her and I said, "Oh, do you want to see ID? You know, because it's 55 and older." And she goes, "No, I don't believe you." So I said, "I'll have the chicken fried steak and the broccoli vegetable medley with broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, squash, whatever, you know." And I said, figure senior size portion and stuff. I said, you get a side salad for another $3 or something. And I go, um, can I get the side salad too? And she goes, "Oh, well, they close at 9. It was 8 o'clock." So she goes, "I'm sorry, but we broke down the salad bar thing already, the salad prep thing already." And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing that I didn't get the salad because when they brought that out, I mean, I posted pictures of it on my Facebook page. You really need to go take a look. It was like full-size restaurant plates, and there was two of them. One of them had the mashed potatoes and the vegetable medley on it, and the other one had the chicken fried steak, which pretty much, I mean, it was like a depressed type plate, but the you know there's like a small rim around it, and there was this huge chicken fried steak in there, and I'm going, "This is a senior portion for $12.99." I go, and they gave me a full size like an Outback multi-grain black bread that's made there. It's homemade, and it was really good too. But all managed to get was a third of that, and I only ate half of that portion. And she looked a little like, I wouldn't say upset, but she's like, "Did you want a to-go box?" And I go, "I'm sorry, but I'm staying at a hotel down the road here." And I says, "I'm leaving tomorrow morning." So I was like, I really don't have a chance to eat it. So I'm going to have to abandon it. I'm sorry. It was really good. I told her, I said, "It's really good. Very tasty." Had white pepper gravy on it and all, you know, I mean, but I just could not believe the size of that portion. So anyway, be that as it may. So what it looks like right now is I've got 905 miles to Williams. And with this heat, I'm thinking I'm only going to be able to do about maybe 200 miles a day. So we're, or thereabouts. Anyway, what I got to be there by the 17th. So I got 6 days. I have one more Bunka Biker place in Adrian, Texas, and it's supposed to be like the midpoint of Route 66. There's a line drawn across the road where it is, and they're listed as Bunka Biker, and it says they can put up to 25 bikers at one time. But it was kind of weird. It says just contact us 24 hours in advance, and I'm thinking, because on Bunka Biker there's rules to use it. It's like you're not supposed to contact them more than a week out in advance, and it gets a little iffy if you're going to contact them when you're in town at the last second. I mean, it does happen. The hosts that I've stayed at on this trip, they've had people who've called them at the last second and when they're in town, and it's like, yeah, they're there. But uh, so far on this one here, uh, I've contacted four, and two weren't home, and two didn't reply. So, I appreciate the ones that replied and said that, one was like in Georgia. And I go, oh, he goes, I'm really sorry I can't be there. I said, well, I hope you're having as much fun as I am. That's so anyway. So I'm gonna have to. I've got kind of planned the route out. I'm just not too sure about what there is going to be in the way of accommodations. I may be getting a cashectomy on my wallet for last seconding stuff because I'm sure you're not going to find those wigwam hotels on Hotel Tonight. At least if I do, that'd be great, but I don't know. But from what I understand, this is the kind of season where you don't see that many people doing Route 66 because it's like people coming down to Florida in August. It's like standing in the sun wearing a wet wool blanket at the same time. But here it's just like standing on the sun. It's just pretty darn hot. I mean, I've looked at their weather projections, and from here to Williams, it's supposed to be right at or slightly under 100 degrees every day, and the rain probabilities are pretty low. I've just looked at the map, and it's spotty and small. So it's like if I do get rained on, I'm not probably even not going to even put on a rain gear. I'm just going to run in and out. Hopefully, because my one host in Memphis, he was talking about where he was someplace, and he goes, it started hailing, and he said guys were pulling over by the side of the road and putting on their heavy leather jacket, and then open up the travel trunk on their Harley and sticking their head in there to keep from being beat to death. So I'm hoping somebody's looking over my shoulder where I won't be experiencing that kind of weather. But so far, smooth sailing, no complaints. Another 6 days, I should be in Williams, and I'll be doing the hotel and then the train tour to the Grand Canyon. So I'll keep you advised on that. Other than that, it's getting late. I had to do laundry, so luckily the hotel had laundry here, and I didn't have to use the dryer. The guy offered to use the dryer in the back that they normally use their bedding with and stuff. I go, oh, great! It saves me $1.75. He goes, oh, you probably have to run it 2 times to get it dry because there's something wrong with that dryer. And I go, oh, better. He's a really nice guy running the desk. So, like I said, on that note, this is Roadhogger saying good night and God bless. If the clicker works.